You're leading your business head down every day. Let's go and kill it. Let's bring it home. Let's eat it. We don't see ourselves accurate in the midst of that. And so what the Accelerator asks you to do is to go talk and interview some people and then organize that feedback in a way that's helpful. I like that you talk about there's tangible results, there's intangible results, your quality of life. You seem pretty enthused about where you're at right now. Let's talk about the Accelerator itself. What was that like for you?
I'm an all-in person. Capturing interviews with people that know and love me and could give me good feedback was work in itself, and then digesting it and learning what to do with that information was truly where the challenge began. And the reason I loved it was we were never handed anything. It wasn't like, oh, here's your results, and you're not taking the Enneagram test. Everything was kind of revealed to me in steps. It was never okay, here's your packet, and this is who you are now. I had to do the work. I had to put it in. One of my biggest struggles is self-doubt, negative talk, whoever that is in my head.
The critic.
The critic. That's who I would let kind of overpower. Going through the Accelerator, I was able to get that clarity. What that really allowed me to do was start to name things that I was doing, name things that I was good at, name myself, honestly. So then I was able to have the confidence to go out and make that risk. I wasn't nervous about it at all. 6 months, but prior to that, it would have devastated me. I would have lost sleep over it, but not this time.
Confidence to take a risk, hire 2 people. I don't know, let's say that's 8 months ago. Results right now, worth the investment?
Absolutely. Some of it's quantifiable, some of it's not. And honestly, I take a little bit more joy in the part that's not quantifiable because I was always in this mindset, you have to grind. If you're not working all the time, and I still have that, but it allowed me the free time that I didn't have to grind. And then all these other activities that I love to do, being a dad, being a coach, being a teacher, being a mentor, they don't burn me out anymore. In fact, the level of joy I get from those things now is through the roof because I'm not stretched too thin like I was. One of the things I loved about the Accelerator is when I found out my incompetencies, some were known, some were not known. You kind of have the option. I want to develop it into a competency, or I want to delegate it. I don't want anything to do with it. I loved being able to pick and choose, being able to decide, okay, yeah, I'm going to take a class on this, or I'm going to hire this, or just whatever the case was.
It's fun to watch people go through that aha moment. No wonder I really enjoy doing this. I'm really good at it. I really love doing this. But then these things that pull me out of that, cause friction, interference, that cause me to either not be so good at that or to pull me away from that. And you did a very good job of being able to say, oh, I am much more clear on the things I need to spend my time doing. And that stuff that pulls me away from doing that, I'm going to really identify that and remove that.
This was really interesting to me. Some of my competencies were also some of the things that were dragging me down. Meaning, I might have been the most generous person. And that's such a great thing, right? And I'm so generous. But then in the background, it's sabotaging me. Maybe it's financially or in a relationship where I'm enabling. And so learning how to take something that could be bad, could be good, but it's something that's true about myself, and harnessing it and learning how to work to make it good for everybody.
But you don't want to change your generosity. Right. You want to continue to be a generous person.
Who I am, right?
You just want to be able to put it in a context that really helps you and your family and your business. And let's talk about how you spend your time working on the businesses. How has that changed, and what's the benefit for your business?
It's a great question. My strength as a contractor, as a leader, is to be on a job site or in front of people, homeowner, customer, getting that face time, managing these projects and doing the thing that I'm best at and that I love. When I don't get bogged down with these other tasks that are absolutely necessary for us to be successful, it allows me to not be rushing through meetings because I know I've got to get back to these tasks that I don't necessarily want to do but have to. It's created this business environment where I can truly be a leader. It's like I'm free. I can be out there and I can do what I want to do. I can schmooze with people when it's time to schmooze. I have a lot of employees, subcontractors, people that I love and care about. When they're going through a struggle, we need to sit down and we need to deal with it. We need to talk about it. And when you're bogged down with a lot of those other tasks, you just can't do that. I can't effectively lead people.
Before it's rushed, frantic, I've got to do all this stuff. But what you're best at is being with people. And before, you were spending all your time doing all this administrative stuff. You were able to say, hey, if I can remove some of that burden, which is going to cost me some money, I'm going to be more effective at being the type of leader I need to be to drive my business forward. Is that right?
That's exactly right. One thing that we deal with a lot in construction in general is pipeline and lead time. We would have a batch of 3 or 4 jobs. Because I would be focused on those projects, nothing would be getting built up in the background. So we'd have a month of downtime, sometimes more. And that gets really scary. Another really tangible result of this is we don't have any downtime. My team has the next thing teed up for me. As soon as I'm done taking care of this project, we're on to the next because everything's ready to go. I went from being an unsure business owner to a completely confident in my own decisions, or at least in my ability to get to the right decision. I now have the ability to go out and hire the right person, train them effectively, and allow them to do as they should, because they get to as good a result, and in some cases a better result than I did. And so learning to trust that has been a really good exercise for me, because you may not word something the way I want it worded, but it doesn't mean it's wrong. In some cases, it's been more successful. I say this and it sounds cliche, but Accelerator really did change my life. And if you don't want me to sound that dramatic, it's at least changed the way I look at everything. My daily everything is just a little bit different. And I live a much more free existence, I think, now than I did before.